Florida Institute of Technology, a university built upon discovery, driven by innovation, and focused on the future. Known for what we do best, high-tech, hands-on education with a global impact. Rigorous research that advances the state of the art, expands human knowledge, and inspires future generations. Florida Tech, a community of learners united in the relentless pursuit of greatness.
The fire within us all propels us forward, boldly leading the way towards a thirst for greatness that not only achievement will quench. Relentless are the dreamers who look beyond themselves, striving to create a better tomorrow. Relentless are the resolute who build on insightful ideas that develop industry standards. Relentless are the determined who push each other to dig deeper and go farther and never give up. We encourage the curious, the seekers, and the paradigm shifters to follow their passions that can make a difference. We challenge the committed to dig their heels in deep, put their nose to the grindstone, and face the inevitable obstacles with courageous character and relentless determination to succeed. Achievement isn't easy, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Give us the impossible task, and let us get to work. Let us stoke the fire that burns bright in all of us, in pursuit of greatness. We are relentless.
I did one. Yeah, you did last. Yeah, you wrote your
everyone please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Please remain standing for the invocation delivered by Father Randall Meissen.
Let us pray. Lord God, we rejoice in your presence and thank you for the honor and privilege of serving and educating these graduates. In business classes, they learned how to make money. We also hope that they learned how to share it. In management, they were taught how to allocate resources. But we also hope that they learned how to be caretakers of the earth. In astronomy and aviation, they learned how small the earth seems. We pray they also see it as a sacred place. In geography, they learned to recognize borders, but were also taught to see beyond them. In psychology, they learned how human beings behave. May their behavior always be that befitting human persons. In computer science, they became skilled in algorithms and finding information. We hope they learn to seek truth as well. In engineering, they learn to control complex forces. May they always do so at the service of the human family. In biology, they learn the mechanics of life. May they also respect and treasure life. In mathematics, they learn the language in which God is said to have written the universe. May they also learn to listen to and perceive the author of all. Our graduates were taught to succeed, but we're also called to help those who sometimes struggle. Almighty God, we pray that these graduates have achieved all this and much more besides. Our prayer for them today is that they will be poor in misfortune, rich in blessings, slow to make enemies, and quick to make friends. But rich or poor, quick or slow, know that by the grace of God, they are now and will always be Florida Tech Panthers, who have a home here and in our hearts. Amen.
Please be seated. Welcome to the Summer 2023 Commencement of Florida Institute of Technology. It is my pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. John Nicklow.
Good morning. I am so pleased to be with you today to celebrate our graduates and their loved ones. Let me begin by introducing our platform party. Please stand when I call your name. To my right, Dr. Ralph Turnigan, Professor of Ocean Engineering and Marine Sciences, and today's Grand Marshal. Dr. Alan Brown, Faculty Senate President. Mr. Jorge Mesquita, Distinguished Alumnus and your commencement speaker. Dr. Mark Archambault, Associate Provost for Assessment and Accreditation. Dr. Mane Subasi, Associate Provost for Academic Affairs. Father Randall Meissen, Campus Ministries. And on my left, Dr. Hamid Rasool, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. John Harris, Dean of the College of Engineering and Science. Dr. Ted Richardson, Dean of the Bisk College of Business. Dr. Rian Mehta, Assistant Dean of the College of Aeronautics. Dr. Gary Burns, Professor representing the College of Psychology and Liberal Arts. And Miss Chelsea Carroll and Miss Anna Montoya, announcers. Thank you all. Candidates for degrees, faculty and staff of Florida Tech, parents and friends, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2023 commencement ceremony, summer 2023 commencement ceremony. We are delighted that you're here with us this morning, sharing this highlight in the lives of our students, their families, and friends. And welcome to all of you joining by way of live streaming today as well. I'm happy that all of you could be part of today's celebration. Candidates for degrees. Florida Tech is as proud of you as your family and friends are. This is such an important milestone in your life. And I want you to take a moment and think about how different you are today than when you first arrived at Florida Tech. I hope you now have a sense for what I often say, education is truly transformational. Congratulations on this important accomplishment in your life. I also want to take a moment to recognize a very important group of people in your life, all those people in your lives that made today possible. The proverb states that it takes a village to raise a child, and the importance of community and family is foundational to who we are at Florida Tech. So will all the family and friends of our graduates please stand now and be recognized. And I also want to take a moment to acknowledge a very important group of individuals who are the heart of this institution. I ask that our faculty stand. Yes, please join me in thanking them for their commitment to our students, their guidance, and their willingness to share their knowledge and expertise with your loved ones. Thank you. And what I'd like to ask all the veterans graduating today to stand. And in the audience as well. Thank you very much for your service. We're honored to have all of you here today. We have a distinguished group of students graduating summa cum laude today. These are undergraduates who have a GPA of 3.9, so 4.0, an outstanding accomplishment. Will all our graduates graduating summa cum laude please stand? Congratulations. And now a bit about this summer's graduating class. We are proud to confer a total of 703 academic degrees today and 147 certificates. We will award 103 degrees in College of Engineering and Science, 25 degrees in the College of Aeronautics, 160 degrees in the College of Business, and 415 degrees in the College of Psychology and Liberal Arts. This summer's graduating class includes students from 43 different countries and 28 U.S. states. I am so incredibly proud of that diversity, as it really does enrich the university experience. I am relatively new to Florida Tech, as many of you know, and I am privileged this morning to preside over my very first commencement ceremony here. While I have only been here a month, it is very clear to me that this is a very special place. And your choice to attend this institution was indeed a very wise one, destined to prepare you for a lifetime of career success. Florida Tech was founded in 1958 so that Cape Canaveral space technicians could earn master's degrees. How far we've come since then, serving students from across the globe in so many different disciplines. A Florida Tech education is about so much more than equations and experiments. It's about perseverance, critical thinking, problem solving, and it's about expanding your world and learning and working with others that are different from you and have different backgrounds from you. Florida Tech graduates go on to rewarding careers. We call it career success for a lifetime. It's one of our core values here. And it's embodied in the relentless development of our talent that led to this university's founding 65 years ago this year. Our professors, our students, and yes, our alumni are constantly seeking new discoveries and pursuing new innovations to make our world a better place. They've done it for decades, and now you'll extend that proud legacy. My advice to you today is short and simple. Take today to reflect and celebrate, really celebrate, and then get to work and work hard. Keep learning, and maybe most importantly, keep contributing to your field of study, your career, and your community. Your alma mater can't wait to see the difference you're going to make in our world. Congratulations again. Now, Dr. Alan Brown, President of the Faculty Senate, will announce the Faculty Honors Awards.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this commencement, it is my pleasure to present the Faculty Honors Award to a graduating senior selected for high academic achievement. This semester, the winner of this award is David Conrad. Unfortunately, Mr. Conrad was not able to attend the ceremony today. He is receiving his degree in computer information systems, and we congratulate him.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce your commencement speaker, a proud Florida Tech alumnus, global citizen, and a captain of industry. Jorge Mesquita is the former Chief Executive Officer of Blue Triton Brands, including the company formerly known as Nestle Waters North America, and home to such brands as Deer Park, Zephyr Hills, Pure Life, and Splash Waters. In this role, Jorge led company initiatives to expand market leadership, advance commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship, and to realize the potential of the company's portfolio of water brands. Jorge was formerly the Executive Vice President and Worldwide Chairman of Johnson & Johnson, where he was responsible for increasing the competition of J&J's consumer business through a transformational strategy. In this role, Jorge served on J&J's Executive Committee and led the Consumer Group Operating Committee. He was responsible for accelerating the growth of brands that I know you all have at home in your kitchen or your bathroom: Listerine, Neutrogena, Avena, Tylenol. Jorge was employed by a Procter & Gamble company as well, where he held various marketing and leadership positions for 29 years. During his tenure at P&G, Jorge's assignments included Group President of Global Fabric Care and President of Global Home Care. He was recognized for reinvention of brands such as Tide, Swiffer, Febreze, Mr. Clean, Downy, Dawn, Cascade, you name it. Jorge was born and raised in Mozambique, Africa, and is of Portuguese descent. He's lived and worked in several countries, including Venezuela, Mexico, Brazil, and the United States. Jorge currently serves on the board of directors of Mondelez and of Humana. In addition to all these wonderful accomplishments and contributions, we're especially proud that Jorge earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering from Florida Tech in 1983. He is also the recipient of this university's highest alumni honor, the Jerome P. Cooper Distinguished Alumni Award. Please welcome Jorge Mesquita.
Good morning, and thank you very much for those kind words, Dr. Nicholas. It's a real treat to be back here, and I'd like to add my own congratulations to the graduates and their families for this memorable day. This is terrific. You know, what I wanted to share with you today is the answers that I've given over these 40 years since I graduated from Florida Tech to the question that I got more often than not, which was, what does it take for me to be successful? You know, what's the secret? What's the trick for me to be the best that I can be, for me to reach my full potential? So I wanted to share with you those observations that I have of what are the qualities that are associated with people that really fulfill their potential and be the best that they can be. I preface this by saying that none of this is academically proven, nothing of this is scientific, but these are my honest, sincere observations of what are those characteristics that I think allow people to be the best that they can be. So here we go. The first one is knowledge. Regardless of what you choose to do after you graduate, regardless of your field of expertise, job one is always to know that area like the palm of your hand. Whatever your responsibility is going to be, no one in that organization, in that institution, should know your area of responsibility as much as you do. Whether it's running a factory, whether it's running a sales district, whether it's running a lab or a research program, that in-depth knowledge is job one. And the difference between being an amateur and a professional is that depth of mastery. So my only advice would be, you know, job one is when you get to your new, whatever you're going to do with your professional life, really commit yourself to go in depth and understand not just superficially, but the drivers of why things are the way they are, and have that insight knowledge. Within that, you know, one of the things that I learned over the years is that we as human beings, myself included, we always feel that there's areas where we have a lot of strengths and some areas where we don't feel as confident, that we limp a little bit on. And human nature tends to be for us to kind of sweep those weaknesses under the rug. But I learned over the years to try to actually embrace your weakness. Whatever you feel like you're not quite as comfortable about, you know, tackle it head on and transform it into a strength as you can through practice, through dedication. So again, number one, knowledge. There's no substitute for it. The second point that I think is critical is an ability to envision a better end state, to make things better. So again, I ask you, when you start your new role, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of responsibilities that you're going to be tasked with. And of course, job one is execute well, comply, do a fine job, do what's expected of you. But I think people that really fulfill their potential, they assume the personal responsibility to say, okay, I got it, I have my bearings here, I'm doing my job well, but what's going to be my personal legacy? How am I going to make this place better than when I found it when I got here? In what ways do I want that organization, that group that I'm working with, accountable for, to be in a better place than when I got here? And really commit yourself to that, leaving that footprint. And regardless, as you move on from role to role and assignment to assignment, armed with that knowledge, really go beyond of what's expected of you and take the lead to figure out how to make things better and leave an end state better. The third quality that I think is really important is communication. But by that I mean not only to be able to communicate orally and in writing, persuasively and in a compelling way, in an articulate way, but equally important, it's important to have the humility to know that you don't have all the answers, and therefore be a very good listener as well. One thing I've learned over the years is that the best ideas, those that really change the game and create legacies that endure in time, the best ideas don't necessarily reside only in the minds of one person, let alone the leader of that group. But it resides in small pieces in the minds of everyone you work with, because everyone brings different experiences, different skills that are unique. So the job of a leader, the job of a professional, is to create a culture of dialogue where all these ideas come forward, and all these ideas, the pieces from everybody's thoughts, come up and collide. And that's when magic happens. That's when you have the alchemy of ideas that change things. And then tend then to be very successful because everyone contributed. Everyone feels they own this vision that you're taking forward, not just the leadership does or a handful of people do. So again, communication, but balancing humility and listening with being able to share your ideas in a way that creates excitement and enthusiasm, but then balance that with being a good listener. And then the fourth and last thought that I have for you is that people that fulfill their potential, they are inspirational to others. They are inspirational leaders. Now, inspirational leadership is a very broad topic. What does it mean? So I'll share with you my view of what inspirational leadership really represents. And that is, you will see in your journey that you're going to meet a number of people that you're going to be inspired by, as I'm sure you have by some of the terrific faculty of this great institution. And what inspiration means to me anyways is you see human qualities in others that you admire, that you're inspired by, and you hope to then emulate yourself as you go on. It's about bringing the best out in other people and do it so with authenticity and genuinely. So what are some of those human qualities that have been inspirational to me? So I'll give you a few examples. First one is courage. I'm inspired by people that are courageous. And when I talk about courage, I don't just talk about being physically brave to deal with challenges and compete, but also to have the courage to say what you mean and mean what you say, even when it's sometimes difficult. To really speak your mind with conviction, even if your ideas may not be the most popular. To face reality, to face the issues as they are, not as you wish them to be, not look at things with rosy glasses. I've seen many people that have inspired me because of their character and their willingness to really stand their ground, speak their mind, and face their weaknesses, face their opportunities, and tackle them head on. So that's one characteristic that has inspired me. Another one is selflessness. It's a very competitive world out there. And as you know, and when you get into your jobs, you're going to be not only evaluated in the absolute, but relative to your peers and your colleagues. So it's human nature for people to, as they take tasks on and they commit to challenges, to worry about taking credit. And that's natural, that's understandable. But I'm inspired by people that do things selflessly when there's nothing in it for them. They don't seek credit, and there's real no obvious return for them to do that. But what they do is they help others. And when you do things when there's nothing that you expect in return, then people want to follow you, people want to be around you. I'll tell you a story about a television series that was back in the 80s when I was studying here, and none of you existed, the graduates I'm speaking to. It was called Stingray. So it was a TV episode that started with a newspaper ad that said, "Need help?" ? And there was a phone number. And then there was the protagonist, the hero of the show, was a good-looking guy dressed in a leather jacket, drove a black sports car, and it was called Stingray. So every episode he would go up to the newspaper, somebody would call, speak to him, and he would go see that person and say, "What can I do to help you?" And this person would describe whatever issue was afflicting them at the time. And then the rest of the episode, he went on about fixing that problem for the person. And to do so, he tapped into this network of doctors, physicians, law enforcement, just professionals in different walks of life. And little by little, it fixed the person's problem. And invariably, at the end of the show, the person would come to Stingray and say, "I'm so grateful. How can I pay you in return?" He says, "You don't have to pay me. But I hope that someday, if I need your help and call you, that you would be willing to help me too." And of course, that whole network of people that he used to resolve his problems were people that he had once helped. So that's what I leave with you is go above and beyond what's expected. Don't worry too much about taking credit. And then when you see people that need help and you see opportunities for you to add value, even if it's beyond your scope, do it without expecting anything in return. And that selflessness will pay back many times over. I'm inspired by people that are original thinkers, people that think different. Again, I expect that when you start working, regardless of the size of the job at the organization where you work in the industry, you're going to see that there's going to be a lot of things that are already in motion when you jump in. There's processes, there's systems, there's ways of doing things, there's lore, there's history. And so, job one, of course, our instincts are to jump in, conform, do a good job. But for those organizations to really be the best they can be, they need original thinking. Top to bottom, not only from the leaders, but from the young people in the organization, especially from the young people in the organization. So I'm inspired by people that you ask, this is the task at hand, and they say, okay, I understand it, but they come back and say, yeah, we can do that, but here's another question that I think we should ask ourselves, and here's something that I think we should do. So that original spark is critically important. But I think, unfortunately, you lose that along the way in your life. I'll tell you a story about a great book that I recommend if you have a chance. It's not that long a story. But it's called Orbiting the Giant Hairball. Now, I know it sounds a little crazy, but bear with me. This was written by a gentleman who was the creative director for Hallmark Cards, you know, the greeting card company. And it's all about ideation, creation, and design, but he talks about that one of the hobbies that he has was to be a sculptor. And so he donated his time to his children's school, and he would once a month get together with people in school and have students sit around him while he was working on a certain piece and just ask questions and have a dialogue. And he went with kids that were in primary school all the way to high school. And one of the questions he asked all the time was, how many of you were geniuses? And what he said in the book is, invariably, the kindergarten and first grade and second graders, they all said, you know, I'm a genius. But the older the groups went, fewer and fewer hands went up. So what happens is when you join big institutions or companies or whatever you choose to do, there's a risk that because of so much momentum that already exists before you get there, that you may lose that spark, that originality, that edge that you had as a child, and I'm sure I can see it, you have it here in your eyes. So don't lose that. It's not being a contrarian for being a contrarian's sake, but think originally and be committed to doing that. And then another quality that has inspired me and over the years is our people that are emotional intelligent. Now, you know, intelligence tends to be mostly viewed as a, you know, analytical thinking and strategic thinking and problem solving, etc. But I think emotional intelligence is really as important a human quality from an intellect standpoint than any other. And it's about, again, bringing the best out in other people. I was reminded of a story of a very famous baseball coach. His name was Joe Torre. Some of you may remember him from the Yankees in St. Louis. He has by far the best track record of any baseball team in history as a coach. And there was a Fortune magazine article back, again, in the 80s that asked him, so tell us, what is it that allows you to be so successful for so long? And he said, you know, I'd like to prioritize emotional intelligence. So that's, what do you mean by that? Well, he said, let me give you an example. When my team goes into a slump and we start losing a few games and, you know, and more, what do? I get very calm, I get very quiet, I get very close to them. You know, and I remind them of their previous successes. I give the ball to the pitcher, the bat to the batter, and I just try to infuse confidence in them and build them up. And then little by little, they always come back and they start winning and they go on these runs. What do I do when they win? I tighten the screw. I demand more of them. I said, this is not good enough. You can do better. And he called that managing against the cycle. And I think what I learned over the years is, you know, many times leaders tend to do the opposite. So when things go a little off the rails or they're shaky, there's a lot of swarming and inspection. But this is when people need most of your support. And again, I've been inspired by people that learned when to be challenging, when to demand things, and when to be supportive. So these are 4 qualities that I just referred to that have inspired me: courage, selflessness, original thinking, emotional intelligence. But I'd ask you, forget about all this. And what I would ask you to do is make your own list of what are the qualities that you've seen over the years that have really inspired you and that you feel you want to embody as you go forward. Your list is what matters. Hopefully some of these points resonate with you, but that's not the key here. The key is, what is it that you believe has inspired you? And then I would just to say, embrace that. So this is what I had to share. You know, in summary, it's all about knowledge, knowing things like the palm of your hand, communication that balances persuasiveness with humility and listening. It's about envisioning, really leaving a legacy of things the way they could be better. And above all, it's about being inspirational to others. I cannot believe that I graduated 4 years ago. I can see myself, right in your faces here. And I know that this is a great school with teachers that embody a lot of the things I'm talking about here. And that, really made me not only prepared to compete professionally, but made me a much better person than I was before I walked in here. So I wish you all the success in the world, and I hope this is something that you can carry with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. We appreciate you joining us today. And as a token of our appreciation, I'm pleased to present you with this special gift. Okay, now for the part you've really been waiting for, I think. The awarding of degrees. I'll now recognize our interim provost, Dr. Hamid Rasool.
Will the candidate for the doctoral degree please rise? Mr. President, I'm pleased to present these candidates for doctoral degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Florida, I hereby confer upon each of you your doctoral degree that you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining. Please be seated. Ms. Anna Montoya and Ms. Chelsea Carroll will now call the names of our doctoral graduates who will come forward, escorted by their major professor, who will place their hood on them.
For the Doctorate in Business Administration degree, Tyrone Gorick, hooded by Dr. Alexander Vamosi. Vineet Malhotra, hooded by Dr. Jignya Patel. Bruce William Rideout, hooded by Dr. Abram Walton. Nathan Thor Rosea, hooded by Dr. Theodore Richardson. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Behavior Analysis, Daniel John Simbel, hooded by Dr. David Wilder. In Chemical Engineering, Fahab Galandari, hooded by Dr. Tawfiq Reza. In Industrial Organizational Psychology, Sarah Jensen, hooded by Dr. Gary Burns. Nicholas Moon, hooded by Dr. Patrick Converse. Catherine Maria Warren, hooded by Dr. Amanda Thayer. In Ocean Engineering, Mohammed Hassan Habib, hooded by Dr. Gary Zarillo.
We will now be conferring our master's degrees. Provost Rasul.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Mr. President, I'm pleased to present this candidate for the master's degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and by the state of Florida, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree that you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. You may now be seated, and please come forward when your name is called.
College of Aeronautics, Assistant Dean Rian Mehta. For the Master of Science in Aviation, in Airport Development and Management, Edwin Balfour Jefferson. Minwoo Kim. In Applied Aviation Safety, Garavon Maurice Darlington Burkle. Nathan M. Bisk College of Business, Dean Theodore Richardson. For the Master of Business Administration degree, Ashley Nicole Seglia. Amanda Lynn Daniel. Roland Dietrich. Ramon Dixon. Justine Lynn Jarzik Flanagan. Samira Elsa Fochive. Catherine Hatfield. Julia Ann Jenkins. Tyler Laman. Jahil Emmanuel Lemon. David Levick. Liliana Guadalupe Machuca. Hannah Elizabeth Martin. Soren Nygaard. Natalie Odisho. Loai Samha. Lindsay Marquardt. Sylvester Smith, Jr. For the MBA in Cybersecurity, Mackingston Cherry. For the MBA in Finance, Sonia Maria Campana Minchang. For the MBA in Healthcare Management, Angela Salonen. Rachel Page Weiner. For the MBA in Information Technology Management, Chase Primus Haley. Laura Ellen Williams. For the MBA in Management, Duan Eges Reyes. Chiquita Parrish. Jason Tynes. For the MBA in Marketing, Stephanie Herndon. For the MBA in Project Management, Chien Nan Oh. For the Master of Science degree in Accounting and Financial Forensics, Katie Ann Barnes. In Information Technology, Margaret McLyman. In Logistics Management, Joshua Thomas. In Project Management, Catherine Joanne White. In Supply Chain Management, Zhiju Huan. Corey Martin. Adrich Smith. In Technology Management, Joseph Loken Ezel. A Master of Science degree in Acquisition and Contract Management, Laura Danner. College of Engineering and Science, Dean John Harris. For the Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering, Sam Lovelace. Anthony Tamburello. In Biotechnology, Kristen Tania Knowles. Haley Nelms. In Chemical Engineering, Kenneth Verdeber. In Computer Information Systems, Christopher Payette. In Computer Science, Bushra Al-Rashid. Stephen William Brustowitz. Daniel Lee Griesler. In Engineering Management, Saif Sheikh. In Flight Test Engineering, Kelsey Cott. In Information Assurance and Cybersecurity, Ketam Faisal Hijazi. In mechanical engineering, Hemajriswar Kurapati. Gennaro Blaise Zaparelio. John Kochenberger. In ocean engineering, Sarah Normington. In oceanography, Madison Elizabeth Cozy. In software engineering, Francis Michael Villapando. In space systems, Ana Isabel Montalegre Yepes. Patrick Wallen. In systems engineering, Joel Curtis Gardiez. Austin Daniel Jackson. Grady Michael Knoll. W. Michael Prohanek III.
For the College of Psychology and Liberal Arts, Dr. Gary Burns. For the Master of Arts degree in Behavior Analysis Practice, Dominique Arguez. Nicholas Armetta. Christina Banbury. Patricia Bellido Jara. Benjamin Elliott Burson. Aja Victoria Boyd. Ashley Veronica Boyle. Atala Selena Bright. Sylvia Beatriz Buitrago. Austin Burkett. Aaron Cady. Jennifer Cardoso. Valerie Lynn Caston. Leticia Cervantes. Haley Chappell. Yancy Chavez. Ashley Cheatham. Kayla Collier Grant. Kelsey DiCaprio. John Robert Dignazio. Angela Dominici. Crystalline Doria. Sarah Drogue. Marvia Dubuc Salerno. Marlene Duran. Brianna Ellis. Shelby England. Lanisha Farrell. Kelsey Farenthiel. Bianca Fernandez. Nayla Rose Flurlius. Isela Viana Flores. Yene Garcia Rodriguez. Savannah George. Rihanna Gibson. Linnea Giffen. Florence Michaela Gonzalez. Robin Griffin. Sanaz Hanifi. Ashley Nicole Hart. Brittany Elaine Hicks. Grace Ho Russell. Mackenzie Jankowicz. Charity Johnson. Catherine Kaluki. Rachel Kang. Sierra Kennedy. Kiara Kodikara. Caroline Kundira. Savannah Ledbetter. Damaris Lido. Andrea Leon Serrano. Melissa Lewandowski. Lacey Lanaha. Teresia Levitt. Yalis Lewis. Yadira Machado. Brianna Medeas. Natalia Manrique. Marissa Marquez. Mary McCombs. April Kaylin McDaniel. Caroline McGann. Isabel Mendoza Nayem. Annabella Monsanto. Natalie Morales. Michelle Ann Mosley. Brian Mujica. Chantel Nadeau. Julia Perez Diaz. Erica Perkins. Yenny Paisagion. Sarah Palmer. Susan Elise Rada. Brooke Reagan. Alicia Shirley Rule. Natalie Rice. Kaylin Richmond. Jennifer Rodriguez Porino. Darcy Rondon Colmenares. Jonna Ryan. Ryan Schwendeman. Aliyah Shihade. Arcana Shivana. Karen Smuler. Katrina Taylor. Rachel Margaret Torreson. Chantel Troutman. Crystal Tunzen. Rain Elizabeth Valverde. Caridad Vindel. Alexandria Viramontes. Amber Wengert. Melinda Kate Woody. Allie Mello. Jacqueline Mitchell. In organizational leadership, Christine Lynn Baer. Jewel Jordan. Claudine Danielle Milner. Tiffany Osmansky. Dean Rustin. Nadine Tran. For the Master of Science degree in Applied Behavior Analysis, Samantha Castano. Richelle Cruz. Emily Dowling. Suhaili Garcia Roldan. Keith Happel. Jasmine Henderson. Allison Intihar. Samantha Yeager. Wei Zuan Lim. Veronica Londano. Priyal Patel. Natalie Eve Powers. Carly Sanchez. Ngok Trin. Nicole Whitman. Sarah Youssef. In Applied Behavior Analysis and Organizational Behavior Management, Madison Duke. Kelsey McCafferty. Yaxian Yang. In Industrial Organizational Psychology, Zachary Hessen. That's the end of psychology and liberal arts.
We've now come to the conferring of the bachelor's and associate's degrees. Provost Rasul.
Mr. President, The Dean of Colleges will come forward and present their candidate for Bachelor and Associate degree. Representing College of Aeronautics, Associate Dean, Dr. Rian Mata.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the College of Aeronautics please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Aeronautics. Please be seated.
Dean Theodore Richardson, College of Business.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's and associate's degrees from the Nathan Viss College of Business please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates from the Nathan Viss College of Business. Please be seated.
Dean John Harris, College of Engineering and Science.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's and associate degrees from the College of Engineering and Science please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Engineering and Science. Please be seated.
Dr. Gary Burns, representing College of Psychology and Liberal Arts.
Would the candidates for the bachelor's and associate degrees from the College of Psychology and Liberal Arts please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Psychology and Liberal Arts. Please be seated.
Right, let's have it for all. Will all candidates for the bachelor and associate degree please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and by the State of Florida, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. And you are now privileged to move your tassel from the right side of your cap to your left. Again, congratulations. And please be seated and come forward as your name is called to receive your diploma from the Dean of your college.
College of Aeronautics, Assistant Dean Rian Mehta, for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Aviation Management, Jose Carlos Lister. Manuel Lucena. Ernest Victoria Francis Ann Simons. Chabo Singhate. For the Bachelor of Science degree in Aeronautical Science Flight, Ryan Sami Kayat, cum laude. Jason Martinez. In Aviation Management, Omar Hidal Al-Shakis, also receiving a minor in Aviation Safety. Nathan M. Bisk, College of Business, Dean Theodore Richardson, for the Bachelor of Arts degree. In Business Administration, Computer Science, Computer Information Systems, Carolina Ortega. In Business Administration, Healthcare Management, Phoenix O'Keefe Rains, cum laude. In Business Administration, Marketing, Matthew Marcus Del Valle, magna cum laude. In Human Resource Management, Amber Sierra Clement. Rebecca Gail Parker, cum laude. In Business Administration, Sports Management, Jeffrey Joseph Mead. In Information Systems, Annabelle Dwiggins, cum laude. Sami Rehman Qureshi. For the Associate of Arts degree in Accounting, Pablo Gabriel Hernandez Martinez. In Healthcare Management, Charm Medley. College of Engineering and Science, Dean John Harris. For the Bachelor of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering, Faisal Walid Al-Shutairi. Abhinav Mamindla. Marley Tachi. In Biochemistry, James Cash Williams. In Civil Engineering, Gavin Patrick Olson. Alana Nicole Pistinizzi. In Computer Information Systems, Earl Gloucester II. In Mechanical Engineering, Elliot Parker Whitney, magna cum laude. In Software Engineering, Cameron Miskell, magna cum laude. For the Associate of Science degree in Computer Information Systems, Joshua Elias Rubio. College of Psychology and Liberal Arts, Dr. Gary Burns. For the Bachelor of Arts degree in Applied Psychology, Quashonda Nicole Carey. Angela Victoria Cipollone. Jacob Douglas Heineman, magna cum laude. Desiree Jimenez. April Keaton, summa cum laude. Melanie Rabbit Lynn, summa cum laude. Pamela Martin. In criminal justice, Alexis Ann Fontana, summa cum laude. In forensic psychology, Ashley Lynn McCusker. Trina Iris Vega, magna cum laude. For the Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Elrose Alicia Jean-Baptiste. Charlotte Latrella Thomas Richardson.
Let's all congratulate our new graduates. And graduates, as you commence this new stage of your life, I want to encourage you to continue on the search for excellence while also staying engaged with your alma mater. Always be proud to be a Florida Tech alumnus. Before we conclude, I want to thank the Platform Party and the members of the Florida Tech faculty and staff team who contributed to preparations for these commencement exercises. And now, will the audience please rise and join in singing our alma mater? The words are printed on the back of your program.
Lift the chorus,
Please remain standing until the academic procession has withdrawn from the auditorium.